Hello everybody, my name is Phoebus, and what if you could give parts of yourself to get everything you've ever wanted? Today we're playing the missing parts of Mariah Gwozdek, which is, I did a Google, and that's how you pronounce this. I think I will possibly play an audio file. I'm also losing my voice a little bit, so I do sound a little bit rough. But this is a game about a woman who's basically, everything in her life has fallen apart, everything's gone wrong. She's been given the offer to basically sell her organs and she can, have things get better. Tell me everything from the beginning, because I really hope I'm not meant to hear anything, because I can't hear a single thing. Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I ever had met him. Would I still be alive, and would it be a bad thing if I wouldn't? I imagine this wasn't originally in English. Okay. Alright. How are you feeling? So this is us. And I think we're talking to our mother, because she's not well. I don't know what language this was originally in, but I don't recognise it. I'm much better now, dear. Don't you worry. The nurse is really nice too. Will you come and visit me soon? I promise I will, Mom, as soon as I can. Good. How was work? Okay, I mean, it's kind of chaotic at the moment, but it's going well. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it's medication time, dear. I have to go. Okay, Mom, I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. So, Mum's in the hospital. Oh god, I was laid off 2 months ago. I can't bring myself to tell my mother. I can't ask her for money, as she's barely able to support herself with her illness, and I'm afraid the worry could make her worse. Oh bless. My landlord told me to pack up my stuff and move out by the end of the week. The day after tomorrow. I haven't even been able to bring myself to start packing. I can't speak and I can't even read. I've been to about a dozen job interviews since I got this sack. What if I get a call? I know it's stupid, I keep hoping. I don't have anywhere to go either. I suppose I might be able to crash for a few nights at my eldest sister Carolina's place in Columbus. Both Carolina and her husband Albert are just too successful to tolerate a miserable piece of shit like me for long enough, though. I also just don't think I would want to live there. Being like an adult and being at different points in than a sibling, being at completely opposite ends of a spectrum, it can be really disheartening. Then I could go to my mum's place in Martinsburg. This all sounds like very American. It's been vacant since she was hospitalized. Problem is, if I couldn't find a job in Charleston, what are the chances of me getting one in Martinsburg? And how do I tell Mom? Why did I have to come to this? What am I supposed to do? We'll check the answering machine just in case. Oh, this is the sister. Hey Maria, did you call? We took Duck to see a movie. It was about money. I mean, I'm sorry, but we really can't help right now. If it was about money, I mean, I'm sorry, but we can't help right now. You really need to learn to manage by yourself. Ooh. That's not really what you want to hear. So hey, let me know if you hear back from Walmart or whatever. It's all in your hands. Bye. You do need to get yourself together, but that is quite harsh. Wow, sisterly love and support at its most touching. I think I'm glad you weren't there when I called. Oh, what do I do now? Let's go outside. Maybe, yeah, breath of fresh air. Who knows, maybe a millionaire will walk by and drop his massive wallet. I slide into my boots and put on my coat and walk out of the apartment and take the elevator to the first floor. We still have all of our organs. Outside is chilly and eerily quiet. The rumble of distant traffic from the interstate is the only reminder that there is still life in the city. One of the streetlights flickering, plunging the already poorly lit street into darkness before coming back on moments later. I'm not sure if I'm glad or uneasy that there are not people in sight. A bit of both, perhaps. Yeah, no. I start walking. Doesn't matter where. I try not to think about anything, just absorb the starless void of the night. I hear a strange sound behind me, like huge wings flapping. I turn around but see nothing. But then when I turn back again, looks a bit like what's his face? Who did the glasses? They'll come to me in a minute. So they never called you back. Where the hell did this guy come from? And is it even a guy? Not Cyberdynamics, not London Sports, not Manda's Delivery, not even Walmart. The city just doesn't need you. That's really rough grief. And who the hell are you and what do you want? I am Orion? I want to say Orion because that sounds cooler. And I want to offer you a deal. No, thanks. Please find somebody else. I can help you get a good job. Cyberdynamics. You want them to get back to you and offer you work? I can arrange that. Well, part of no... Yeah, no, I'm spooky. What part of no thanks do you not understand? Maybe the part where you're out of a job and about to be evicted, but you are still refusing an offer of help. Genuine offers of help rarely come from creepy strangers in the streets at 9 p.m. Never make a decision past 9 p.m. Your brain is not in mode. Don't go on social media. You can do a Duolingo lesson, but don't do any of that. This one does, except for the creepy part. Also, what I'm offering you is a deal, so I'm not exactly doing it for charity. Okay, and I'm gonna regret asking, how does that deal of yours work? Good. Now you want to hear about it. Don't. He's freaking me out. The deal is that I grant your wishes. Figures. I'm talking to a freaking fairy. You got it. Seriously? We sign a contract and I grant your wishes in return for your organs. What happened to, like, teeth? Organs, body parts. Say I give you that job at Cyberdynamics and you give me an ear or an eye. Oh shit, this guy's a maniac. I'm gonna run away. I turn around and start running away as fast as I can. Is that not job chasing? But I don't dare look back. Panting, I open the apartment complex door and rush into the elevator. I jab at the button repeatedly, glancing back to see if he has followed me. When the elevator finally arrives, I jump in and press 4. Once at 4, I dart out of the elevator and cross. Headphones are coming off, music's stressing me out. I dart out of the elevator and across the hallway to my door. There is a note left under it. I grab it without thinking, get inside the apartment and lock the door behind me. I'm gasping. Should I call the police? Should I call Carolina? Could the creeper followed me? I don't think I heard his footsteps behind me. I could barely hear anything besides my own gasping. What even was that? I'm so confused. I noticed the note I'm still holding in my trembling hand. Contract. Oh. I hereby agree to have my 3 wishes granted. Oh wait. I'm putting in 3 because of the whole genie thing, and I'm doing that on accident. I hereby agree to have my wishes granted in exchange for 1 organ or body part per wish. For my first wish, I agree to part with my fill in the blank to initiate the contract. Huh. The rest of the page is filled in tiny print describing the terms of the deal. Holy fuck, the bastard knows where I live. What are the... Both of these seem kind of like hopeless endeavors. What is the police gonna do? I'll call the cops, I guess. I dial 911. So this is American. 911, what is your emergency? I realize I don't even know how to explain what just happened. It all sounds so bizarre. They might think I'm high. I wish I was. Hello? A man is following me. He knows where I live. He's threatened to remove my organs. What is the address of the emergency? It takes a moment before I can remember my own address and say it to the dispatcher. I expect the conversation to end there, but instead I keep getting more and more questions. My name, the phone number I'm calling from, if I can hear or see the man right now. Despite the panic, a tiny cynical voice in my head notes, this is almost like one of my job interviews and going about as well. Okay, an officer has been dispatched to your address. Please wait for their arrival and do not open the door until you have confirmed their identity. Thanks. As I put down the receiver, I realized the dispatcher was saying something else just before I hung up. I slouch against the wall and wait, listening for any noise coming from the shared corridor. For a while, there are none. I find myself hoping that no one comes. Eventually, I hear footsteps. Well, this could be one of 2 things. I feel in my bag for the mace. I'm gonna put the headphones back on just in case I miss something. Police department. That was really croaky. This isn't the sicko's voice. I sadly leave as I open the door. Yeah, he's got the right eyes colour and he's got like a mustache and everything. Good evening, madam. I'm Officer Darwish with are you being serious? With the CPD, City Police Department, we have received a call for help. Maybe come in. We? Me and my partner. Oh. Orion. I'm calling him Orion. It might just be Oren, but actually I think it is Oren. I think Orion has an extra O in it. Hello. Oh shit, he's with the police? Or just in cahoots with his officer? I'm fucked either way. My feet feel frozen to the floor, and for a moment I just stare at the 2 men, unable to move or speak. Ma'am, may we come in? This is the guy who threatened me. I'd say be polite. Was that always there? I'm gonna say don't aggravate him, because that could end poorly, so I'm just gonna be like, I don't need help, that was a mistake. I do not need help. Well, that is a horrible noise. I do not need help, officers. I try to sound calm, like I'm in control of the situation, and my heart isn't pounding. The headphones coming off again. I genuinely cannot focus. There was a mistake. I shouldn't have called the police. I will be going to bed now. Good night. Good God, will they please just go away? The officer looks about to say something, but the other man, Oren, speaks first. Well, in that case, we'll be leaving, madam. Please refrain from calling the police in the future, unless you are certain the police can help you. Oh. He says the last part slowly with a cold matter-of-fact menace. Then he turns to leave, and the officer follows him down the hallway. When the elevator closes its doors and starts moving, I collapse into a heap on the floor. I would too. I feel my self-control seep away, giving away to an oppressive headache. I'm too tired to even attempt to process what just happened. Instead, I break down in tears. Valid? Honestly? What have I done to deserve this? I've got no money, no job, my mother's in hospital, my sister doesn't give a fuck about me, and now some sicko is stalking me. God, do you hear me? Why me? My whole body is shaking as I crawl into bed. I'm sobbing so hard I can't breathe. This is so damn cruel. If the sicko wants to cut off my ear, let him get the fuck on with it. I don't care anymore. I bury my head under the pillow and try to calm down, but the sobbing just won't go away. My throat is burning, my head is throbbing, and my body feels drained of strength. That is just... Some of my uni days finish at 5 o'clock, and that is how I feel getting in at 5 o'clock at night. Why did the music stop? I get off the bed to get some Tylenol from the medicine cabinet as I head for the bathroom. Still sobbing, my foot touches some... There we go, on the floor. The contract. I think you're gonna have to sign it, mate. For the sake of content, we will sign the contract. An organ for a wish, you say. I lift the contract from the floor and grab a pencil from my tiny writing desk. And I write in... I agree to part... We'll go for ear. Oh, I don't want to... Can I not do an internal organ? Let's go for the ear. Oddly, the moment I finish writing the word, my headache appears to abate. I leave the contract on the floor and go back to bed. Is it still... I can still see little silhouettes of earrings. I need to sleep. July 60... What? The room is huge and empty. There is no furniture, no windows, and strangely no door. All there is a vast space between 4 carmine walls. That's like a red colour. I hear what sounds like muffled voices coming from the outside. I call out, but I can barely hear my own voice. The room seems to absorb every sound. My steps are silent as I move from one wall to the other, looking for a way out. Suddenly, I sense another presence in the room. Oh God, this music is really good. I'm scared. I turn around, see a dark figure, glowing green eyes. Before I can react, the figure reaches my head and tears off my ear. The room swallows my screams. When I wake up, it's bright outside. I'm in bed, still in my boots, and something hurts in my head. The phone is ringing. Did Caroline decide to show some sisterly generosity? I pick up the receiver. Hello? Hello, is this Maria Gwozdek? Yes? This is Mark from Dynamics. You had an interview with us in January for a position in the sales department. We have received many applicants and consider you to be the best suited candidate for the position. Are you still interested in the job? Yes, I mean, absolutely. When do I start? We'll be waiting for you tomorrow at 9. Do you remember the address? I do, thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow. I cannot believe this is happening. Cybernex was probably the most competitive vacancy I've applied for, and I thought the interview didn't go that well. Who cares, though? I actually managed to get a job there. Take that. I begin to cry tears of joy. The receiver still pressed against my ear. Then I realize the receiver is pressing directly to my skull. Suddenly, I remember last night. I rush to the bathroom and look in the mirror. My right ear is missing. I don't hear from Oren again and cannot seem to find the contract anywhere. When Caroline learns that I got a job, she transfers $1,000 to my account so I can pay my bills the following month, and apparently to her surprise, I pay her back. Now that I have a proper job, my sister suddenly seems to like me. She invites me to her place in Columbus every now and then, and even Albert seems friendly enough. I grow long hair to cover my missing ear. I still feel uncomfortable in public, but I can learn to manage it. I even find a boyfriend. His name is Tim, and he's a manager at Mendez. I can't say I don't enjoy this new life, but I do feel incomplete without my ear, and I keep seeing dreams of the Carmine room. I thought this was going to end there. September, so this is like a whole year has gone by, so this is us. Omar. Hi Maria, are you busy tomorrow evening? I need you here at 6. I'll be there. Okay, I'll be there. Excellent, bye now. I put down the receiver, and out of the corner of my eye I see Tim glaring at me. Let me guess, no movies tomorrow? Oh gosh, because you're letting Omar exploit you again? Oh. Tim, it's not like that. I just don't understand, Maria. Do you really love work so much? Do you actually care about anything else? Or is it Omar? You'd rather spend time with him than me? Tim, I'm not liking you, and I've barely spoken to you. Tim, this is ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous, Maria? The way he uses you just pisses me off. How you'll listen to anything the old bastard says, but you're completely deaf to everything else. I am missing an ear, good man. Deaf? Are you saying this because I'm missing an ear? Oh, for fuck's sake, you're going to play that card again. You know what, Maria? I'm sick of this. I'm not going to spend my fucking life trying to fix yours. I wish you'd realise that your problems have nothing to do with missing body parts. I feel a flash of anger rush through my body. I wish you knew what it's like to have a body part missing. Fuck this, I'm not going to listen. Please tell me you're having me the fact that you're missing an ear, the whole part of your life. I watched Tim storm out the apartment. I'm angry and desperate and confused. I don't go after him either, try to stop him or tell him he's left behind his umbrella. I go to the kitchen and pour myself a whiskey. This should stop the shaking. Okay, I need something to do. I know we're getting along better with his sister, but I feel I'm just gonna watch TV. I try to watch an episode of Family Guy to distract myself, but I can't focus. Switch on the news. It's the usual deal. War on terrorism and cataclysms and cries. Can't say I care too much today. Neither does music videos by the Stroke. Oh, I remember that band. Oh. Have much of a soothing effect. It's not working. I turn off the TV. Oh. I decided to go for a walk. It's sunny outside, but I take my umbrella just in case. In West Virginia, you never know when it will stop raining. I think there's something wrong with my headphones. Hang on. As I walk out of my apartment and intend to lock the door, I hear a strange sound coming from the elevator. I turn around. Long time no see, Maria. I instantly know who this is. I thought you were a man. Oh, it's now okay. I am whatever I want to be. Yeah, I get it. You're an all-powerful being that can be whatever and wherever they want. Yada, yada, yada. What I don't understand is why you're here. I made it for your wish. You already have, and I don't have any further wishes. Someone didn't read the terms of a deal. Oh, fudge. It's a lifelong contract. Every time you make a wish, I will make it come true. But I didn't make any new wishes. Just a few minutes ago, you didn't say, I wish you knew what it's like to have a body... What? You can't possibly mean that. I will make your friend Timothy understand what it feels like to be missing a body part, and you will give me a body part for fulfilling your wish. No, 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 no. It was a figure of speech. I didn't literally mean that. Headphones are coming off again. This music is really good, but it's stressing me out. I didn't literally mean that. I want him to experience what missing a body part feels like. Just an expression that doesn't count as a wish. If it wasn't a figure of speech, Maria, if it wasn't just a figure of speech, Maria, in that moment, you meant it. You may deceive yourself into thinking otherwise, but I know you did. If you hadn't, I wouldn't be here. So is Aaron right, or just messing with me? Did I mean it when I said it? Honestly, I can't tell anymore. It is therefore my contractual obligation to fulfill your wish. The price for body parts are what you give me in return. An armor. Do I have to pick? Can I choose one of the inside ones? Please leave Tim out of this. If you want to have my armor leg, then take it, but just leave Tim out of this. I'm afraid I can't do that, Maria, otherwise I wouldn't be granting your wish and fulfilling my contractual obligation. What I wonder if Oren's going to, like, if they're going to, like, offer Tim something, like a wish, and then, like, to, like, justify taking an organ from them. Is that how that works? So which one will it be? Oh, God, armor leg. Legs affect our ability to get around, but, like, I'm gonna go leg, because I feel like having both arms is probably going to be... I mean, I don't have any missing limbs. I mean, I'm missing brain cells, but that's entirely different. I'll go leg. Take my leg, but can you please leave Tim alone? I beg you, just take my leg, don't hurt him. It's too late, Maria. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, good grief. With this, Oren gets into the elevator and disappears. I collapse onto my knees and press my head against the wall. I hear a door behind me and an old woman walks past, staring at me as she does. I don't care. We're about to lose a leg. I downed 4 energy drinks. I'm afraid of falling asleep and keep waking up without a limb, but even more, I don't want anything to happen to Tim. I consider calling him, but what can I say? Be careful, there is a magic creature who wants to take away one of your organs. And even if I do warn Tim, can that really stop him? Does an arm and a leg count as an organ? I thought organs were all inside. I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised I can't resist sleep anymore. I turn on my stereo and crank up the volume, but I still fall asleep in my chair in minutes. and it always says about July 67. Like, I find myself in the Carmine room. It's bigger, there are no doors. I notice something on the opposite wall, a window. This could be my way out. I rush to the window. My steps are, as always, soundless. Because I realize it's only a painting. Oh. A group of children are playing on a seashore under a bright blue sky. Could there be something behind the painting? I carefully remove the frame from the wall. Discover a big square hole it concealed. Suddenly, a long black arm projects from the hole. I scream back away, but the arm is long and so fast. It grabs my leg and starts pulling at it with immense force, tearing off my body. Yeesh! For my tendons snap and my muscles tear with a horrible sound. My mouth fills with blood. Is blood wide the walls of the... Oh, grief! Just before I lose my senses, I notice a pair of evil green eyes staring at me from inside the hole. Okay. The next day I wake up with a prosthetic where my leg used to be. It doesn't really hurt, but as soon as I see it, I throw up right in my bed. Yeesh! That same day, I learned that Tim got in a drunk fight in a bar and was stabbed in the eye. The surgeon had to remove his eye and replace it with a prosthetic. When I come to visit Tim in the hospital, he tells me to get out. He seems to blame me for what happened. Of course, he has no idea how right he is. I tell everyone that I had developed an infection and had to have my leg amputated. Caroline doesn't seem to believe me. She probably suspects it has something to do with Tim. I guess she thinks he was violent or something, but she'll never really say anything. Omar transfers me to a less physically demanding job. The money is still good, though. In fact, technically speaking, he's given me a promotion out of pity, of course. I'm disgusted with myself for accepting it, but I couldn't afford to refuse. Mom is still ailing, and her prognosis isn't good. She's lost nearly all of her eyesight. I come to visit as much as I can, but I never tell her about my loss. Like, I wonder if Oren's been visiting the mum too. I start avoiding people, limiting my social interaction to my family, my workplace. I feel exposed with all my prosthetics, even though I learn to camouflage it well. I almost cherish my phantom pains, as they remind me of the time when I was more complete. Gosh. Nightmares of the Carmine room become more frequent. There is never a way out. Good grief. Okay, this is a different... Oh, this is the sister's house, and oh, you can see it in the thing. Maria, what took you so long? Hey, Carolina. There were no taxis for whatever reason, so I had to walk. Carolina and Albert live in Columbus's German village, which is not that far from the Greyhound station, but I'm still adapting to my prosthetic leg, and what's a 20-minute walk for most people takes me closer to 40. It took me even longer today due to the bad phantom pains I've had since the morning. I tried to hide it, though. Oh, sweetie, you should have called me. Albert would have picked you up, but I'm glad you're here. So it's someone's birthday? I'm still getting used to this, sweetie. Hey, Maria, thanks for coming. Hey, Albert, thanks for inviting me. No problem, sorry. I better not leave the stove long. Albert disappears into the kitchen. So how's Mom doing? I went to Martin's Bay to visit Mom yesterday. No improvement. The doctor told me that we shouldn't be too hopeful. I see. I'll go see her next week. You might... Can I help? Can I help you guys in the kitchen? Thanks, Maria, but we're almost done anyway. Why don't you take a seat in the living room, chat with Duck for a bit? His friend should be here any minute. Who's Duck? You'll save me from them? I promise. It's Duck's 6th birthday today, and he's having a party. Carolina has invited me, even though she knows I'm terrible with kids. I guess it's just because I haven't visited in a while. She asked me to stay the night, as I usually do when I come over. I walk into the living room. Duck notices me and pauses his game. Hey there, Duck. Happy birthday. Who names a kid Duck? Hi, Maria. Did you bring me a present? Yeesh. Sure did, but you'll have to wait for the party to start to find out what it is. Okay, Dad told me to think of a wish to make. Oh no. Did you think of one? Yes, but I can't tell you. I have many wishes. What's the most important? What's your most important wish? Duck is blissfully aware of how uncomfortable a territory this is for me. I don't know, Duck. I have too many. But if you only had one you could ask for, what would it be? Do not tell me that the spirit of this weird magical creature has possessed a child. It's hard to say off the top of my head. I need to think about it. Come on, everybody has a wish. Tell me yours, please. It's my birthday. Duck's always like, another thing don't go his way. He makes a scene. He may be right, though. I can't run away from my wishes forever, or can I? There are so many things I want to happen, but am I willing to pay the price? What's your number one wish? To have my missing parts back, for your grandma to get better. To break a contract I signed a while ago. I don't have any wishes. I'm gonna say I feel like if I say I don't have any wishes, I'm gonna be winding him up, and I don't want to say that. Truly, I want the contract to end. But that would require... Well, can I just lose a kidney? I don't need them both. To break a contract I signed a while ago. Break a contract? What contract? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you. Please, it's my birthday, you know. I'll tell you later, okay? It's really boring legal stuff. Okay. Okay, now it's done. I made another wish despite promising myself never to do that again, and now I know what's going to follow. I wonder if Oren has followed me to Ohio, or if he will wait for me to return to West Virginia. We chat with Duck a little more just before we've run out of things to talk about. Two of his friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Caroline in the kitchen, and I decide to follow suit. Before that, I need to use the bathroom. Oh, he's going to be in the mirror. I slowly walk to the bathroom. The phantom leg makes walking an ordeal, but I've learned to manage. When I flush, I hear the doorbell ring. Another one of Duck's friends must have arrived. I wash my hands and then lean against the wall for a few moments. The phantom leg is killing me. Just another moment. Okay, I walk out of the bathroom. Oh, I just predicted that like 10 seconds ago. Hi, Maria. Jesus Christ, is it? Who else would it be? So you want to get out of your contract, eh? Yes, she looks desperate. Well, I'm sure you didn't read the terms, but there is actually an option to cancel. What do I have to do? Serve me. You'll become my tool for 10 years. I knew it would be something like that. And how are you going to use me? I don't like that sentence. You'll help me grant other people's wishes. What does that mean? Somehow I'm unsure it's going to be way worse than it sounds. When do I start? When you wake up tomorrow. Okay, let's get this party started. Carolina comes out of the kitchen carrying a tray with food. Albert is behind her with a birthday cake. Neither of them seem to notice anything strange about Oren's presence. What are you two whispering around the hallway? Come here in the dining room with us. Here we go. I am in the carmine room. The voices coming from outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound anxious. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. Are we going to be on the other side of the door when we're done with this? I look around to my disbelief. I notice a door in the far corner. The door is ajar. I can see light coming in from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticky and emit a foul smell. There's something under the floor. Oh, it's going to be organs. I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from outside. I feel the gentle fingers of the wind touching my hair. I run outside and find myself in a sunny garden. There are dozens of people there speaking in a language I do not understand. They don't seem to notice my presence. It's a really good sign. I walk past them, absorbing the sun and letting the wind caress my face. I smell the ocean breeze in the distance, and I know that is where I'm headed. As the gate of the garden, a dark figure with emerald eyes is waiting for me. It seems to be grinning. Okay, so Oren makes me his tool as he promised having me run errands for him. I hardly ever see him, though every day I find an envelope with an assignment and a few $10 or $20 bills stuck under my door. Most of the assignments are connected to other people's wishes, so like getting people fired. I had to quit my job at Cyberdynamics, too much to Omar's surprise and Carolina's disapproval. My mother dies in the grief. Doesn't find one. I feel guilty I didn't wish for Oren to heal her. Carolina and I almost stopped talking now that nothing seems to connect us. Oren's assignments range from simple to terrible. Sometimes it's just talking to an old loner. Sometimes it's delivering a fix to a junkie with withdrawal. Once I have to call a woman whose boyfriend cheated on her and pretending to be the girl he slept with, explain how I got him drunk and seduced him despite his protestants. The poor idiot seems to buy the whole thing and redirects her anger at me. One day, Oren orders me to go to Tim's place and have sex with him. Apparently, Tim is lonely and desperate and misses me. When I get there, he's plastered and his face is covered in snot. He actually tries to hit me before he collapses on the floor. Good grief. I still feel incomplete, but Oren's assignment's to keep me busy enough almost not to notice. I want to hate this new life as a slave, but stranger I don't. Of course, I can't wait to be free again, but that is a long way to go. For now, I'm just glad I can have a wish without being afraid of it. I'm so relieved the nightmares of trying to escape the common room are gone. The missing parts of Maria Gwozdek? That was really fun. It's not like anything I've ever played before. I think it's a really interesting thing where you can why is my brain not working? It's like I know what I'm trying to say, but my mouth will not make the words, my brain is not working. It's like you can wish for whatever you want, but it's like it all comes at a price. Oh. Why are you so loud? Keep your distance. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Whoopsie daisy. Actually, you know what? I want to check the Steam page for this game. You again, what do you want? Remember what happened to you. Oh, okay, so this takes me to a point... Oh, okay. So this is where we got up to, and he was like, oh, make the wish. What is your number one wish? I'm trying to think about what it could be that gets to the secret. I'm gonna go for the grandma to get better. For your grandma to get better. Yeah, I wish grandma would get better too. Yeah. Okay, now it's done. I made another wish, desperate promising to myself to never do that again, and now I know it's gonna fall, and it's okay. That's one. Hi, Maria. Jesus Christ, it's who else you made a wish, and I'm here to grant it. We don't have much time though. What will you give me in return? A kidney, perhaps? A lung? I'm gonna go kidney, because you don't need both of those. Take my kidney, but we really heal my mother? Of course, have I ever let you down? Technically, no. Yeah, no, that's fair. Right, let's get this party started. Tray of food, yada. In the common room, the voices coming from outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound anxious. Oh wait, we've already... door... Oh, we already read this bit. A long arm reaches for my chest. Suddenly, I'm frozen in place. I cannot scream, I cannot breathe. I just feel the creature's hand... Ooh, breaks through my ribcage. It hurts more than all the pain I've ever felt combined, but I do not even move. Only swallow a squeaking sound coming from my throat as the creature's hand fumbles inside my body. Then I feel something snap inside me. My insides are burning like 1,000 suns. Covered in blood produces an organ. The creature seems to smile at everything around it turns black. Whee. Good daughter ending. Wish for your mother's recovery. Oh. I wake up in the early hours of the next morning. The phantom leg the phantom leg is gone, but I feel a strange hollowness inside. I go to the hospital later that day, and the doctor confirms one of my kidneys is missing. She assures me this does not pose any threat to my life and seems to believe I was born that way. Indeed, the missing kidney has little effect on my life. I have to follow a strict diet, but other than my life does not change that much. I feel painfully incomplete. My mother recovers and moves back to her home in Martinsburg. I come visit every weekend, help with chores. Caroline and I are not as close anymore. We talk on the phone every now and then, but I hardly ever visit her. I most work at Dynamics, and my efforts are rewarded with another promotion. I find myself in charge of the sales division. I don't particularly enjoy having to be around so many people, but I try and do my best. Omar seems to appreciate my effort. I start going out with Mark, the HR guy. He doesn't seem to mind my disability. The second date, I learned that he himself has a prosthetic leg. Dreams of the calm room continue, but I almost learn to accept them. Even when I'm dreaming, I know there is no way out of the room. I decide not to make another wish ever again, and this time I better not give in. To have my missing parts back. I thought you'd say that. Would be nice if it came true. Thanks, I guess. Okay, still the same chit-chat. You made a wish, I'm here to grant it. Don't have much time, though. What will you give me in return? A kidney, a lung? We'll do kidney again, because that's a relatively low risk. It's gonna be the same again. I wake up in the early hours of the morning. Recovery ending, get some of your parts back. I wake up in the early hours of the morning and know that my ear and my legs are back where they used to be. I do feel a strange hollowness inside. I live quietly while everyone is still sleeping. Later that day, I go to the hospital. The doctor confirms one of my kidneys is missing. She assures me this does not pose a threat to my life and seems to believe I was born that way. Little effect on my life. I have to follow a stricter diet. Okay, life doesn't change. Glad to have my ear and my leg back, but they feel fake somehow, like an incredibly realistic prosthetic. My mother died the following month. I feel guilty. I did not wish for Aaron to heal her. Caroline and I grow distant again. My sister seems to wary of me and does not believe my explanation that my ear and leg have been restored thanks to cutting-edge experimental surgery, and I'm sure she has some crazy theory of her own, but it certainly can't beat the insane reality of my own situation. I run into Tim in the street one day. He's drunk and disheveled as hell, and his remaining eye is bloodshot and slides over me unrecognizably. I quit my job in cybernetics and moved to Columbia, and I find a job there and rent out a studio apartment near the river. I enjoy the fact that nobody there knows me and I don't know anybody, and for the foreseeable future I intend to keep it that way. I keep seeing dreams of the Carmine room, but I almost learned, accept them. No way out of the room. I decide not to make another wish ever again, and this time I better not give in. What have I done? Why me? Crawl into bed, bury my head, get off an organ. Oh no, don't touch the contract. Catch myself reaching for the contract. I catch myself reaching for the contract and will my hand to stop, incredulous as just how desperate I've grown. I don't know if this organ for wishes thing is some kind of prank or something worse, but however bleak things might seem right now, I'm not signing away my organs, even hypothetically. Perfectly aware that I wasn't able to sleep anytime soon, I drag myself back into bed and shut my eyes and try to force my mind to stay blank. Refuse landing. I moved back to my mum's place in Mansburg, only with a backpack and a cardboard box containing all of my surviving belongings. The rest had been donated to a thrift store or thrown out. The house is dusty and depressing and feels like a faded photocopy of the place I left behind years ago, when Mum was healthy and I was excited to experience the world outside my hometown. I found a part-time gig as a waitress at the local diner just as I did as a teen before moving out. The pay stayed the same, although the patrons, largely the same crowd as years ago, tend to tip more generously. I suspect it's out of pity rather than because of my service in any way has improved. I flitch food from the diner kitchen at the end of the night to supplement my diet of canned beans and instant ramen. That is my diet at the moment. Now that I'm back in town, I visit Mum at the hospital almost every day. She seems worried about me and I feel like the worry is shortening the already limited time she has left in the world. My sister seems to think the same. I can hear the judgment in her voice when we talk on the phone. My own health seems to be getting worse. I keep having migraines and stomach pains, not that I could afford visiting a doctor. I feel increasingly detached from the world, like the reality around me is really boring hallucinations. Sometimes I think back to the bizarre events of that night in Charleston, although now the strange man, what was his name, and his contract seems like a memory of a fever dream. I wonder what would have happened if I'd agreed to his offer. Would they have found my body in a ditch the day after? Or would things actually be better than they are now? I guess I'll never know. Missing parts. Okay, so let's see. I think this has to be the only other option that we have, because every other choice I've made has been completely different. I don't have any wishes. Everybody has a wish. Well, not me. Liar. That's not very nice, and it's not very nice to lie. Duck turns away from me and pointedly returns to his game. Good job, Marie, you've just upset a kid on his birthday. Nice. I had no choice, though. After what happened to Tim, I promised never to make any wishes, not say them out loud, and if I could help it, not even make wishes in my mind. Whatever happens, I will not let Oren have any more of my body parts. I don't know what Oren uses them for. We'll have to find another supply. Maybe he's like an organ donor or something, I'm not sure. I'm sure he has plenty, and I will live my life as best I can with what's left of me. Soon, two of Doc's friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Caroline in the kitchen and decide to follow suit. Party starts. I try to ignore Doc's bitter glances. You're in the Carmine room. Voice coming from the outside seems to have gotten louder. They said obnoxious. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside. I feel the gentle fingers of the wind touch my hair. Sunny garden, there is a dozen people there, speaking language I do not understand. And as soon as they sense my presence, the conversation stops. People start turning to face me, their faces are blank, containing nothing but the eyes, unblinking and menacing. The people surround me. I consider retreating into the Carmine room, but it's too late. Several of them have blocked my path. The silent circle around me gets tighter. I want to say something, but words are stuck in my throat. What are they going to do to me? Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a dark figure with emerald eyes watching me from a distance. My mother dies. Oh, determination ending. Resists temptation to make new wishes. Mother dies in the following month. I feel guilty I didn't wish for Oren to heal her. After the funeral, Caroline had given me a hug, which I don't remember her doing since I was a teen. We grew even closer, discovering a sisterly bond we never really shared before. I come to Columbus every other weekend. Doesn't like me much, but Carolina doesn't seem to notice. I immerse my work at cybernetics, and Omar rewards my efforts. Bonuses, I do not get another promotion. Next March, I learned that Tim died of retinal failure. Apparently, he had taken to the bottle since losing his eye and began neglecting his health. The autopsy shows he had only one kidney. Oh, okay, so he was doing stuff. To avoid interacting with people outside of work and Carolina and her family, the only exception, I don't want to be around people as it makes me feel too exposed. Colleagues don't even really like me. Nightmares of the Carmine room continue to haunt me, but come almost nightly. I start taking Xanax to try and convince myself that makes it better, but probably doesn't. Maybe it does help a little with the phantom pains. I think I hear the sound of gigantic wings flapping nearby, but when I turn around, no one is there. I think Oren is trying to wear me down, force me into making another wish out of desperation. There are moments when I feel this close to doing so, but I'm able to control myself. Come what may, I will put up a fight. Okay. I think we still have one ending left. That is new. That is the last thing. Okay, wonderful. Okay. For a creature called Oren to die. I wish for a creature that calls itself Oren to die. Cease to exist. Be gone from the face of the earth. Does he use his birthday wish to do that? Your wishes for someone to die? Yeah, he's really upset. Yes, Duck, but it's a terrible person that keeps making other people suffer, and this person deserves to die. That's horrible. Duck runs off to the kitchen, presumably to tell on me. Well done, Maria. Even as I'm cursing myself for upsetting Duck on his birthday, I realise the truth of what I said to him. I have more hate for Oren than I thought myself capable of having for anything in the world. It's not just about taking people's organs, it's the manipulativeness, the smug grin, the sadistic need to subject someone who's already lost a part of themselves. Even if I have to sacrifice another organ to do it, getting rid of Oren once and for all would be worth it. I hear footsteps approaching and I brace myself for Carolina's wrath. Why does that look like Duck's when you talk? Oren's voice is unusually quiet, even though he looks like a little boy. All I can feel when I look at him is intense loathing. What's that talk about? I made a wish, as you once pointed out to me, a contract obligated to fill it. Can I even tell you what my payment would be? I will go kidney again. And take my kidney and get on with it. Maria, you don't understand. For the first time since I met the creature, I think I can see fear in its eyes, and I find myself rather enjoying the sight. Despite what you may think, I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. I have to, Maria. It's a job that needs to be done. I didn't choose it, but it found me. Now I must do it. Uh-oh. Do you understand? Even if I disappear, the job will still need doing. Oh, if I don't do it, then someone else will. Killing me won't solve your problems. Now that Oren looks scared, pleading with me, I can almost feel the pity for the creature. Almost. So spare me the bullshit, Oren. I made a simple wish, and I expect you to fulfill it. I wish that no one will ever see you again. I wish you gone, dead. You do not deserve to exist, so stop existing. What is going on here? Carolina burst into the room, teary-eyed, Duck clinging to her side. I realized I was speaking louder than I intended to, and she must have overheard me. Ooh! Look of concern. Frightened little boy standing next to me. When she turns her eyes to me, the expression becomes of disgust. What is going on? I open my mouth to say something, then I realize with a growing panic there's nothing I can possibly say to explain what just happened. Instead, I push past Carolina and Albert into the hallway, grab my coat, and leave without saying anything. Briskly towards Greyhound Station, trying to put on my coat with my one real arm. Eesh. By the time I get off the bus, I've almost stopped crying. However close Carolina may have become, I know there's no recovering. Eesh. Was it even worth it? Will the wish actually come true, or will the creature squirm its way out of citing some small print in the contract? If it does, will I get to keep my kidney? I try to distract myself with thoughts, keep pivoting back to the scene in Carolina's living room. Yeah, that wasn't great. Because a lot of the endings kind of have like a relatively, I guess, positive ending relationship with the sister. Common room again. Oh, this is something different. Dark cold presence somewhere near, but it does not scare me. Somehow, I feel that it does not intend to go after me. You'll see a door, which I don't think was there before. I try the handle only to discover it's locked. Yeah, I'm inexplicably confident that I can find the key somewhere in the room. Turn to look for it, I notice a desk standing in the corner of the room. How could I have overlooked this before? On the desk there is a thick pile of papers held together by an elastic band. The paper on top seems to have my name on it, and I reach for the papers. December 8th. Was yesterday the 7th? I can't remember. I expect a headache, but instead I wake to a ravenous hunger. I wouldn't be surprised at the feeling peckish after skipping dinner last night, but this is stronger than any hunger I've ever felt before. There is something else too, but the hunger is too overpowering for me to focus on whatever the other thing is. To get out of bed and go straight for the fridge, none of whose meager contents look appealing, with a cheese omelette and wolf it down, burning my mouth on the molten cheese. But the food barely tastes of anything, and I realize it has done nothing to sedate my hunger. Then I catch a glimpse of my face in the mirror. Oh my, yeah. No. I know those eyes, and they don't belong on my face. It is only then that I realize that my eye and arm are... Oh wait, hang on. As if I've never been gone. Suddenly, Oren's words come back to me. I didn't choose this job, but it found me, and now I must do it. Even if I disappear, it will still need doing. If I don't do it, someone else will. You have to be fucking kidding me. Yeah, secret ending. I can now make it out the other station. Since I can now make out the sensation behind the wolfish hunger, something calling to me. There's a place I must go. There is someone wishing. I don't know what for, not yet. The unknown person's desires are like murmurs of a distant conversation. I need to hear what's being said. I'm certain I will sense more as I get closer. Somehow, I know exactly where to go. I try to fight it, but I must know what this person is wishing for. I know I can grant their wish, and I realize, with panic rising inside me, that doing so, getting paid for it... Oh, he has to eat the organs! The hunger is still gnawing inside my body, and I put on my boots. I take a thick pile of papers lying on the floor, bound together with an elastic band, which has my name on it. Dang. Is the bit at the end gonna change? I'm curious. Still the same eyes. Well, that was the missing parts of Maria. That was a really good game. I really liked it. I think it was... I'm struggling to find words, but I just enjoyed it. It was an interesting game. It was interesting to see what decisions change. It was mainly the relationship with the sister, because in every single scenario, the mother of the game dies, and that kind of like... So there's never really a changing relationship other than when you move back home. So everything kind of stays the same, but like when you repair your organs, your relationship with your sister changes. There's what's one of them? It's at the funeral, you give her a hug, and it's like, what wish was it? Because it wasn't to have all your parts back, it wasn't to make you better. It was a third, I can't remember what it was. I don't know, it was weird. There are different endings where she's more open to you existing as a human being than that. I thought it was going to have something to do with, like, the nephew was like some weird creature, but it turned out to just be like, oh, you would have to go, which I think I kind of in my brain like expected, but never actually considered as a possibility. I did kind of like when it was like, oh, you have, Oren dies, like someone else has to take over, it's like, oh, it's gonna be me, isn't it? I'm sorry, it's really late at night and my brain is struggling to think of positive things to say. I might put a bit of text up on screen when I'm editing this, hopefully in a better mindset, and I can kind of be like, ah yes, actually functioning commentary. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Standard for like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.